Hey, what's going on, everybody? On YouTube, Steve here with Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video. And in this video, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got some notes here with my horrible handwriting. I should be a doctor. I'm going to give you guys 10 tips to get more views and more traffic on your eBay store in 2020. So some of these tips are going to be pretty obvious and straightforward, and a couple of them might get you thinking. My recommendation for you guys and gals watching this video is to take one or two things that you learned from this video and apply it in your eBay store. You don't have to apply all 10 of these, but start to ask yourself, what's one or two of these areas that I can improve on? So we got a bunch of people coming in the house. Simply Dana, what's going on? Summers 422. And this is actually a question from C. Ganderson 25 on YouTube, who commented one of my eBay shipping videos. What's up, Rita? Good to see you. So let's dive right into this video. I've been a little under the weather for the last couple of days, so if you're wondering why my energy isn't as crazy, I'm just starting to finally get back on my feet, and just couldn't help it. I had to. I was going through my YouTube comments, and I love making these videos. So thanks, Rideshare Reseller, Flip Lord, appreciate you. So number one, and some of these are going to be obvious, but we'll just cover them quickly. Number one, pictures. Pictures are probably one of the most important things that you can utilize in order to get more views. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And when people are scrolling on their phone or their desktop and they're looking through listings, pictures are super important. On one of my recent videos, there was a seller who, he did like a collage of his first picture. Your first picture is always the most important. So I thought that was really cool. He had, like, he was selling men's clothing, and the picture had like 3 pictures in one. So like in the corner, it was the tag. The main picture was like the front of it, and then the second part was like a special, unique part of the listing. I thought that was really cool and interesting. Pictures are so important. Get proper lighting. If you're selling clothing, get a mannequin. Make sure it's distraction free. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but pictures are so important. You want to get more views, more traffic, make your picture compelling, because if your picture doesn't stand out, people aren't going to click through. Number 2, titles. Titles are extremely important when it comes to getting more traffic. A title, otherwise known as copy, it's your copy. It's almost like your hook, right? So your picture attracts somebody to the listing, and then the title is how they're going to quickly and easily learn what this product is. Do I even want to click on it? Do I even want to learn more about it? If your picture and your title aren't optimized, people aren't going to click into your listing. So what should your picture have? It should have, what should your title have? It should have as much information as possible that can give your customer an idea whether they want to learn more about it or not. So what's the size? If you're selling clothing, size is important. What's the color? What's the age? What's the material, right? And I'm just going into the clothing niche right now, but this will parallel to all different types of things. Like if you're selling a board game, is it new? Is it used? Is it opened? Are all the pieces there? Your title is so important. Number 1, pictures. Title number 2. Number 3, in order to get more traffic, one thing that eBay looks for is your conversions. How many people are landing on your listings and how many are actually purchasing? The better job that you do with higher conversions, which are everything's gonna get taken into play, the titles, the descriptions, your metrics, all these different things. But if there's 1,000 impressions and only one person purchases, versus if maybe your competitor only has 500 impressions and one person purchases, that person with 500 versus 1,000 has a better conversion rate. And I don't know if this is proven, but I'm pretty sure that the higher your conversion rate, impressions versus purchases, eBay's probably going to promote. They're probably going to promote your listing more and more. So you want to make sure that your overall listing, from title to description to pictures to your refund rate, your refund policy, your shipping policies, your selling metrics, and we're going to cover all of these. The more aligned they are with a high quality experience, the better conversion you're going to have. If people are constantly jumping on your listing and your title doesn't match up with the description and your pictures don't match up, and it's like kind of like misleading, clickbaity, your conversions are going to be lower, and eBay is going to pick up on that. So you need to take the whole picture into play when it comes to getting more traffic. Number 4, make sure you're listing your items in the correct category. I can't tell you how many times I see men's clothing listed under kids clothing, or a women's clothing item listed under men's, right? Or maybe, I don't know, there's all different types of products that are out there. You need to make sure that you're listing under the correct category. And one of the issues that people have, and they're wondering, why isn't my listing getting views, is because they're using that functionality of sell one like this that allows you to copy someone's listing. And a lot of times it'll copy pretty much everything, even the item specifics, right? And that's another tip right there. Fill out as many item specifics as you can, because it's gonna help your listing to index. But if you're listing under the wrong category, you're gonna get a lot less views. So make sure to double check it. Even if you're copying other people's listings and then filling in the information to speed it up, make sure you're under the correct category. Number 5, promoted listings and running sales. So under your promotions manager or your promoted listings, these are 2 things that you can do to be able to get more sales, to get more eyeballs on your listing. You'll see this very often at retail stores. They're always running a sale. Even though they might not be running a sale, they always have some type of promotion going on, because urgency helps to sell. So you want to have urgency. Having a sale creates urgency, because that sale's ending in a day, 3 days, 5 days, and it just makes it more appealing. So I like to always run sales. Even if it's just a 5% sale, you can have it running at all times. It definitely will help. Promoted listings are great as well. It is going to cost you an additional fee, but I've noticed that it's helped to generate sales. Let me know what your thoughts are. Number 6, running auctions. So I'm a big believer in buy it now, best offer. But I've noticed that when I run auctions, I typically get more views on my product. So with auctions, you might have to relist it more often. Sometimes you're not going to get as much money for an auction. Other times you will. But anyways, make sure that you're running auctions from time to time if you want to get more traffic. So buy it now is great. Also, adding a best offer will sometimes get you some more traffic, because people will click into your listing because they know they have a chance of possibly purchasing it. But auctions, so mix it up. Mix up your auctions, mix up your buy it nows, mix up adding best offers, and that could definitely help you to get more traffic to your listings. Flip Lord says, I have yet to do an auction. You might want to experiment with it. But be careful with auctions. If you have an item that's not in high demand, or an item that maybe only sells once every couple of months, a lot of times you're going to get shortchanged with those auctions. So I find really popular, high demand, trendy products tend to do very well with auctions. And a great technique is to mix in like auctions, like very popular items, put them on auction, because it's going to drive more traffic into your store. And a certain percentage of that traffic is going to then go into your store and look at other items. So that's really important right there. Number 8, metrics. The better your metrics, the better your feedback, the better your seller feedback, the more traffic eBay is going to push to your store. So if you're constantly getting negative feedbacks, creating bad purchasing experiences, if people are always pissed off, if you're not responding responding to messages in your inbox, eBay is going to take all of this into consideration with the algorithm. So you want to provide an amazing customer experience. You want that great feedback. You want your seller metrics to be on point. If you can be a top-rated seller, that's even better. eBay's going to send you more traffic. So take care of your metrics. The algorithm is picking up on that for sure. Number 9, customize your store. So you can organize your store. You can have a nice little graphic inside your store. You can organize it into different categories. You can organize it in all different types of ways. Now, things have changed over the years. A lot of people are shopping on the phone, so I don't know how much of an impact this will have. But having a nice, clean store, having all your pictures with white backgrounds, that's definitely going to help. And I know eBay just released that white background tool the other day. Check out the video Rally Roots put out. It was awesome seeing them experiment with the different styles. But having a nice clean white background will definitely help. Having your store uniform, having the titles all optimized, creating your store into categories, this can all help to get more traffic. And number 10, I haven't experimented a lot with this. This is better for like niche stores, but if you have a store that's focused only on like vintage clothing, or maybe you have a store that's only focused on toys, or maybe you have a store that's only focused on, I don't know, vintage postcards, I'm just making up examples, you can actually email your customers. So you can actually build an email list, and you can create sequences and all different types of ways to drive traffic to your listings. You can also build an email list outside of eBay's platform. You can drive traffic to your listings. You can drive traffic through social media. I know people who make sales through Instagram, through Facebook, There's a lot of different ways to drive traffic to eBay, but most people are going to want to, you know, optimize their pictures and titles and make sure that they're experimenting with auctions and buy it now, promoted listings, running sales, focusing on creating good customer experiences to improve your metrics. Those are probably the most common ways to get more views and get more traffic to your listings outside of generating, you know, outside third-party traffic. It's a little more complicated and costly, but there's plenty of people making money on eBay driving traffic from other platforms like Instagram and social media platforms. So hopefully this video helped. The 10 ways to get more traffic. Number 1, improve your titles. White backgrounds are, improve your pictures. White backgrounds are important. Number 2, titles. I jumped the gun. Make sure you have really good keywords in your titles. SEO, search engine optimization is important. Figure out what people are searching for. And I forgot to mention that. I think that was number 7. Keyword research is important. So study the competition. You can use something called the Google Keyword Planner to find popular keywords. You can also just look at the competitors to see which ones are selling well and steal their keywords. Make sure it's relevant though. Titles, make sure that you have high conversions by creating a really good customer service. Number 4, make sure you're listing your items in the correct category. Number 5, promoted listings and running sales. Number 6, experimenting with auctions, buy it now, best offers. Experiment with the different formats of selling. Number 7, improve your keywords. Do keyword research. Make sure your keywords are in your title, your main popular keywords. Those will get indexed in Google and could drive some traffic. Number 8, focus on your metrics. You want good feedback. You want great seller metrics. It's going to help you so much to get more sales. Number 9, customize your store, which probably isn't the most important thing to do right now since most people are purchasing on the phone. And number 10, you can drive traffic through your internal email service that eBay has. You can build a third-party email list and drive traffic if you're running like a niche store. Also social media, Facebook, so on and so forth. So hopefully you guys found value in this video. More income says, let's see, I'm not sure what they're talking about. The Nurse Flipper, good to see ya. George says, what percentage do you suggest for promoted listings? It depends on the item. Some people, it really depends, right? Sometimes I'll just do 1%. Other times I'll do a couple percentages over what they are recommending. And other times I'll just do the recommended percentage. So when you do promoted listings, it'll just kind of give you like a recommended percentage to promote it. A lot of times I'll do that, but it depends on the item. If I know it's going to sell like hotcakes, then I'll just do 1% or I won't use it at all. If it's like a really slow item, then sometimes I'll jack it up a little bit. The Nurse Flipper says, I was doing 2% store wide and now I do trending rate. Yep, it's called trending rate. I think I would get more sales that way. So hopefully you guys found value in this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.